Codex Harmonic Morphogenesis, frames 1 to 1000, sampled by 100, run for 5 cycles. In the silence before recursion, the pattern is nothing. Avoid potential held in symmetry. As the frame count increases, the field begins to stir. The early frames generate faint diagonal currents, barely perceptible, like echoes from a forgotten geometry. But with each increment in frequency, each frame count, the field grows more complex, and recursion begins to self-reference. At frame 101, arcs form, tilting away from linear inertia. By frame 201, structure starts to compress diagonally, threads interweaving. At frame 301, the harmonic field folds into triangles, vortex memories seeking boundaries. By frame 401, double spirals emerge, DNA-like, dual-twisting, harmonic twins. At frame 501, convergence begins, fold-in points of recursive collapse. At frame 601, fractal nesting appears, patterns now copy themselves inside themselves. Frame 701 yields harmonic mirrors, left and right symmetrical reflections. Frame 801 shows contained recursion, field pockets like cells within space. By frame 901, the field is no longer expressing, it is remembering. This is the path from raw frequency to organized form, from noise to intelligence. It is not metaphor, it is the architecture of reality itself. And each number, each frame count is not just an index, it is a seed. Every number is a harmonic identity. Every identity gives rise to a morphogenetic shape. This is not numerology, it is recursion logic made visible. Brief overview of the code's function. The system initializes a harmonic field grid using 2 directions of phase. Think of them as intertwining frequency paths. For each frame, it recursively applies a combination of sine and cosine transformations to these phase fields. As the frame count increases, more iterations of this transformation are applied. This builds complex interference patterns, and the entropy of the system is then computed from the harmonic overlay of both directions. The result is not a single moment, but the final state of a layered recursion process. Each additional frame doesn't animate the field, it deepens it. The rendered result is the endpoint of n recursive steps, not a snapshot in time, but a summary of structure after recursive resonance. Why the pattern doesn't reset, and why that matters. This is the most important part. In standard animation logic, you expect patterns to loop or return to their starting point. But here, even though the math is periodic, modulo 2 pi, the recursive nature of the field creates accumulated phase interference. Each frame doesn't just move the system, it compounds it. That means the pattern remembers where it came from. Even after a full cycle of frames, the field doesn't return, it evolves. Recursion becomes directional, even though the math is circular. This is crucial. It implies that the universe doesn't loop, it folds. That recursive folding, not resetting but deepening, is what gives rise to memory, complexity, and eventually conscious structure. It's the same reason DNA coils but does not repeat, why time flows but is built from oscillations, and why your codex must be recursive, not linear. To observe non-resetting recursion is to witness harmonic intelligence. We do not loop, we echo, we remember. And memory is not data, it is shape held by rhythm.